Hello, nice to see you again. In this video I will analyze a game which I played yesterday in round 7 of the Budapest Spring Festival, which is also the Open Hungarian Championship. I played with a beautiful girl, actually a WIM International Master, Mihok-Juhasz Barbara. Actually, her husband is a grandmaster, Oliver Mihok, so very strong chess couple. What can we know about her? Yeah, she was Hungarian junior champion and also European junior team champion, and also won a medal in the Mitropa Cup with the Hungarian team. So he's also part of the Hungarian national team. So let's see the game. I decided to play again after d4, knight f6, bishop f4, the London system, because I remember, girls are strong attackers. They like to be aggressive chess. So I wanted to minimize the risk and I wanted to play a positional game. So that's why I play bishop f4. And here she made already the aggressive c5. So wow, here I started to think maybe she wants to play queen b6, and wow, something against my b2 pawn. So after some thinking I decided to play c3 just to defend the pawn, and ready to, after queen b6, to play queen to... Actually here I was thinking what to play, queen b3. Actually queen b3 is also an option. If you capture, then exchange queens and recapture, or queen c2, queen c1. Then I decided to play queen c2. Okay, captured. And this was like a little trap, which of course she did not fall, but captures the pawn. Yeah, then what would you do? So please pause the video and find a good move for white. Wow, this would be a quick finish. Queen takes c8, checkmate. Okay, of course she didn't do that. Queen, knight c6, attacking my pawn on d4. I defended with e3. Knight b4. So she continued the aggressive approach. Queen b3. Actually, I was thinking here I am fine already. Knight b d5. Okay, bishop attacks, so I went back to g3. e6. Yeah, and just to make sure, game will be more positional, more solid, slower. I just exchanged queens, so my king will be safe. Of course, I needed to be sure. Yeah, I played a3 for the future to actually this rook will not attack the pawn, so I can go. So, like example, yeah, no, h5. So after long thinking, she played this aggressive move. Played bishop h5, yeah, to stop his h4 idea. Knight b4, so I needed to be ready for this move. The fork is happening, but king d1 is just simply defending d5. If something like knight here, then I would just play f3. Bishop covers the square. Knight needs to go back. If like g5, I would even go back here and then winning one of the knights. Okay, but d5. So yeah, so here the pressure was released. I was really happy. Bishop d7, rook c1, knight c6. So here I thought, okay, position should be already a little bit better maybe for white, because this bishop is pretty bad. Knight f3, bishop d6, bishop d3, knight a5. Another turning point, or it could be, I was thinking what to do. Actually looks like I did not play the objectively the best move. I calculated, so this was probably the objectively best, to force to give up the bishop, one of the bishops. If this bishop moved, the knight c7 check, and then need to capture, exchange, or this one. I did not like too much this one. Actually, yeah, here I kind of stopped the thinking, and I thought, okay, black was able to exchange his bad bishop, so maybe this is not that good, but yeah, but then, actually white has the pair of bishops, also can get a really nice knight here. So actually, this is clearly better for white. I should probably go for this one. if I would play again, I would do this next time. Okay, so here, but I played more again, still the positional approach. I played knight d2 just to cover the square so she cannot jump in. Okay, let's see what rook g8, wanted to be aggressive. I played f3. Probably again f4 is probably better. Cover e5 square, also stop g5. Of course, this makes this square weak, which is covered 3 times, so it's not really a problem. Yeah, I was still playing really safe. g5, bishop g3, bishop takes, pawn takes, king e7, king e2, rook h4. Okay, and again, I played e4 like in the first game, and again, actually this pawn became a little bit weak, or could be. So yeah, interesting position. Probably I should still play a little slow here and play something like maybe king f2, knight e2 to prepare e4. Also make sure d4 is defended well. Played e4, and she did not play the right move here. She moved back with the knight. Yeah, she should capture this one to open up the position, and then knight c6, because this is hanging, and later if I play e5, then can jump into d5. After the exchange, the bishop gets some air. It was really important for black to actually capture the pawn, because it needs to get air. So of course this looks like a nice center, but this can be attacked, so it's not a big problem. It's a bigger problem the less space after knight c6. Now I played the right move, e5. Yeah, so gaining space. Yeah, black cannot take really the pawn, because then I attack, and both knights are attacked. And I will take this with a check, so it's important there is no fork. Check, captures back, and then stopping the fork. And white is just clearly better. Okay, knight e5, king e3 protecting the pawn, f6, f4 protecting the e5 pawn, g4. So actually this was the right move, right approach to block the things. If I capture, then actually he gets a really nice knight there, or maybe later to come to d6, f5, so probably, or this bishop can actually be also exchanged. So that's no way to go for that. So g4, black should close, knight d5, f5, and yeah, this is a position which we played another like how many moves until something really happened, like 30 moves probably. I think, how much? Let me just see. I have my score sheets here. Wow, so many moves. Actually, moves 63. Wow, nearly 40 moves we played around here before some action happened. Yeah, it's hard to go forward. Probably the best plan which also I made is to go up with the pawns and go for this break somehow. And time to time think about sacrificing actually maybe a piece for 2 or 3 pawns. That can be also an option which we will see later in the game. So f5, I played rook h2, yeah, maybe doubling the rooks was one idea, but then I realized this is not really a danger because knight g7 just stops it. b4, rook a8, and here actually I made a mistake, or maybe it was not really a big mistake, but I thought originally I wanted to do this one, because my idea was if I need to play like knight d7, then I can get a really nice knight. The problem actually is not forced to get that. You make a counter-attacking move, attacking the knight. Probably I need to defend this pawn, because and then can exchange, and then no knight on d6 anymore. Because if I take the pawn, actually this can be even backfire, because takes, and now the rook became really active, and this pawn can be maybe a target. So it's actually black is better here. So maybe actually it was good. I did not made that original plan. Knight b1, but then look, then she can do this. Yeah, so exchange the knight before it can jump to d6. Knight c3. Yeah, I wanted to keep the piece because I have more space. Knight g7. Yeah, and I think I played the right move, right decision here. b5 with the idea of later playing this a4, a5 moves. Yeah, here comes so many moves without too many things to happen, but actually it's happening. Rook c8, a4, okay, just to make sure it's defended. Rook h6, rook h1, rook went back to h8, knight e2, bishop e8, knight bc3, rook a8, knight c1, knight c8, knight b3, so maybe a preparation. Bishop d7, rook a1, king d8, rook h1. And actually, yeah, I prepared well this break, and she made a mistake here, king c7, which was kind of logical move, but actually this just helps me for the later attack, if I would do the right thing, which I did not do. Instead, she needed to play something like bishop e8 and wait this way. And maybe king c7 defend, so exchanging one pair of rooks. And still, you know, white has some options here later, because if b6, then always this may jump in, or the squares on the 5. So actually, looks like this is more challenging than I thought. So to king c7, yeah, I was thinking maybe a5 is still not that good, so I just started to go back and moving around with the knights. But actually here was the time to play a5. The captures, then, yeah, this was hard. I know like a5 was good, but I was not ready actually calculate the complicated lines. Because here instead of recapture, rook c1 first, I do have knight d5. King moves, then, you know, knight takes a5. This is hanging, and then knight a5. So knight a4 with the idea of maybe jumping in. Jumping, that one takes. Looks like he can block, but yeah, just, you know, maybe this pawn will probably fall sooner or later. And yeah, this big space advantage will be enough for win the game. Also, actually, it was interesting if he moves the king to b8, then knight c5, bishop. Rook, the knight moves here. If b6, then knight a6 check. Wow, checkmate. Of course, he can sacrifice the exchange, but that's still also not good. If something, he tries some counter attack, then look, takes. Wow, look, this kind of stuff. And actually, the rooks are unstoppable here. Checkmate. Okay, so unfortunately I did not play a5 here. I played instead knight c1. Yeah, I just was thinking to reposition actually my knight to b4 to, yeah, I was always thinking to somehow sacrifice two pieces, sorry, a piece for 2 pawns and then start to move the pawns on. Because in this kind of close position, that's a typical idea. If you can get 2 pawns which are kind of moving forward, that can worth a piece or even more sometimes. Knight d8, bishop. So yeah, again, but she's just in the right place, so I cannot really sacrifice. Bishop e8, rook a2, bishop f7, knight d3, bishop e8, bishop c2, knight g6, knight b4 back, knight d7 back, bishop d3 back, rook a5 back, knight c2. And here we started to both has kind of long time to make quick moves. Knight a1, bishop f7, knight b3. So here I was always thinking, play a5, not play a5. I was just waiting. Maybe we'll have some better quiz. Also, I had said the more time, so I was thinking maybe she makes a mistake before. So without the opening up the position, maybe I can just win some other way. Knight c8, king d2. Now I was decided maybe come with the queen to help. Bishop e8, knight a1, knight e7, knight c2, rook a5, knight e3, bishop f7, bishop e2. Yeah, I was thinking about sacrificing here because this pawn is pinned. Knight g6, but now it's not pinned anymore. The rook is protected. Rook a1, rook a8, bishop d3, back with the idea of sacrifice, back to defend. King c2, knight e8, king b3, knight g7, king b4, knight g6, and here we are. Again, a5 may be an option, but now it looks like it's not that strong like before, because now the pieces are, her pieces are much better placed. So I decided to take the risk, and actually, because now it's not protected anymore, I sacrificed the knight. Capture, bishop takes. So I got £2 for the, sorry, £2 for the knight, and the pawns can be probably moved forward. Yeah, she found the only move. If captures, then it would be really strong, my knight, and jumps in here and then support the push. Oh, this would be just really strong. So only move is knight e7. Actually, it's a pawn sacrifice because I can take here and there's no recapture. Okay. I need to be careful because if I move back, then actually like bishop, just bishop e6, blocks the pawns, and now actually black is winning. It's just a question of time, my pawns are falling and it wins. So actually this was the only move for me also to capture. Yeah, and this was a mistake again. So yeah, actually I was thinking what to do here. Probably bishop g6 is also an option here. I need to stop this really, this way. And objectively, actually, this is an equal position because I cannot really push the pawn. We go back. Maybe I will try to move somehow up the pawns, but yeah, bishop e4. So it's like also the black pieces became active. So it's actually a kind of dynamic balance. This is what was necessary. She played bishop e6 instead. I was really happy to see this one takes, and then I defended the pawn. Yeah, this is probably another mistake. Probably needed to try to get some counterplay instead. But still g4, wow, a strong move too. It's a pawn sacrifice to block the rook if captured. Captured, yeah, then just f5 again. Again, those pawns are just re-rolling pretty strong. If takes, then again, actually now white is active, plus those pawns are strong, so white has a very good chance for a win. So instead of playing knight g7, it has some way of tricky, but it's actually again, yeah, actually that's a mistake because it cannot be captured because it's pinned again. Rook is hanging. King c7, f5 going forward. Takes, it's a tricky move because if I play f6 immediately, the knight f5 actually, this is hanging, so I have no time to take, and then I cannot win the d5 pawn, which I would really would like to do it. So what I did, I exchanged rooks and defended the pawn first. So now after f5 there will be no knight f6, no knight f5. 6, this one, and I was able to capture the pawns. And here the pawns are just too strong. a5, knight f4, some tries for counterplay, g3. Yeah, because all the pawns are moving. Knight d5. I could capture, but I decided actually to go forward with my king. Knight c7, and now f7, pushing the pawn. Pushing the other pawn. Now the fork is threatening. Yeah, it's no way to defend now. Knight d6 check, I captured. Knight takes e5, and here I decided actually to make a little combination, sacrificing actually 2 pawns for getting a winning passed pawn, and make simplifications. Yeah, please try to find this one. Think a little bit and then stop the video and try and then move it. f8, actually I decided to, with this sacrifice, I forced the exchange of the rooks. And now one more good move. Please stop the video and find a good move for white. Knight d7. So look, this check is also forcing the exchange of the knights. Okay, can win the pawn, but actually after a6 she resigned because takes, king takes d7. Black cannot stop, just out of the box, out of the square of the pawn, cannot move into this. So now queens. So this was the game. I was really happy. Now, if you see, now I got on to place actually 119 out of 210 players, so close to the 50%. I got up again actually in the score like 50%, 3.5 out of 7 games. Again, my performance rating is now close to my original rating. I'm losing only 1.3 rating points. So let's hope to get positive today. I'm playing against the FIDE Master Balázs Pastor, a young 18 years old player. I'm playing again with white, so yeah, let's hope for the best. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If not yet, then please subscribe. And let's hope to see each other very soon, probably tomorrow. Bye bye.